In this video, we will be going over a basic overview of the Conversations product inside of BotDoc. This video will be predicated on somewhat having a knowledge of the P1 product, the standard BotDoc product, as you can see here on the screen. If there is any information that you feel like you are lacking, when you are inside your BotDoc account at the dashboard or anywhere else inside the account, you will have access to certain videos over here on the right hand side where this little icon is. You can click on that and there will be questions, training videos, and other information for you. As well as down here on the bottom right, there is an FAQ where you can search for specific things using keywords to help fill in any gaps that you may feel like you have in information. So we'll jump right into it. When you want to access the conversations piece of the BotDoc product, it is over here on the left hand side at the top where it says conversations. When you click on that, it will open up your BotDoc conversations dashboard. And when you first open it, this will be blank. I obviously have several conversations and things that have been taken place over time. But once again, broad overview. We will start with the simple fact of creating a new conversation. When you create a new conversation, from here you can add phone numbers, mobile phone numbers, preferably, emails, names to your participants. From this, you can also create any settings for the specific conversation, whether you want to have two-step authentication on, if you want to have a specific subject line in your email, specific text in your email body, or a specific text for an SMS notification if they're receiving this via text message versus email. And that is how you can start a new conversation. Any conversation that you start from that point, any information that you add will get saved into your contacts. So we'll go there next. When you do have your contacts open, you can create a new contact, name, email, phone number. Any amount of both of those can be added to any individual contact. And then there's also a space for company, job title, and any additional notes that you feel might be necessary to have with this contact. And once your contacts are saved or they've been created from previous conversations, you can also come here to start a conversation with that individual again. And this will create a new conversation just like it would from the main portion of the dashboard. Moving down from there, we have the Go Back to the Dashboard button. This will take you back to the original P1 part of the BotDoc product, as well as clicking on the icon above. Both of those will take you back to the original dashboard. Below that, we have personal URL notifications. This can be accessed by individuals as well as teams that may have access to queues. This can be leveraged in several different ways. It can be sent via SMS to create an automated pull request, or you can also use this link to save into your email signature block or something of that nature in order to allow your customers to interface with you on their end. And then when they do that, you will see them updated in your main conversations dashboard. We will have videos and FAQs in regards to this specifically, but once again, doing a high-level overview, we will go on to the next piece for now. The next button on the left-hand side is for the lock screen. This creates an added layer of security for you if you step away from your desk or if you want a little bit more privacy. When you click on that, it will take you to a lock screen, and the only way to get back into your conversations dashboard from that point is to put in your password. And once you do that, it will send you back to your dashboard and you'll have full access again. But that creates a quick and easy way to keep everything private and secure. Below that on the left-hand side, we have the User Settings tab. Now these are global settings for your account. When you change anything here, it will change it throughout your entire process for anything that is new, especially for the conversation setting, because here you can create default notifications and subject lines, just like we discussed in the start of the conversations, but this will create defaults for the conversations that you send from the save point forward. You can also create or turn on two-step authentication. That way, all of your future containers will be required to have a two-factor login, not a login, but a PIN, um, to use correct verbiage, to allow your customer or recipient to access the container, just an added layer of safety. So from there, we'll dive into the main conversations dashboard again, and I'll open up the first conversation that I have here just to get a quick broad overview. Over here on the right hand side, we have some basic information for the container. If you have queues, it'll show you who it is assigned to, and then if it needs to be assigned to a different queue, it can be. In this case, this is mine. I don't have it from a queue, so I can't change it or access anything beyond that point. Down below that, we have the participant information. Currently, there is one participant, but you are able to add as many participants as necessary for your needs, whether that's a husband and wife or multiple business partners that you're working with. Whatever that looks like for you, you can add as many as you need. Down below that is the resend notification button. With this button, it will allow you to resend the notifications to everybody involved. You cannot select a specific person to notify, but when you do click this, every person in the container will get a new notification, so that they can have access, whether somebody deleted an email with the link or whatever that looks like in your situation. It can be resent. From here, you can also edit a single participant as well as remove somebody. So if somebody needs to be taken off, say you got signatures from somebody, you got files from somebody, they no longer need to be a part of the conversation, they can easily be removed. And below that, we have some general container information. In this case, we have the container number, when it was created, and when it will expire. And from this point, you can also terminate the conversation. It will ask you to verify that that is what you want to do. But if you need to close off the conversation before it expires to create an added layer of safety as far as private documentation or anything like that goes, that can be done as well. Directly below that, we have the Medias tab, which shows all of the files that have either been sent by you or been received to you from a pull or a push request. It will also show you any documentation if you have DocuSign or Adobe Sign added to your conversations dashboard as well, which we will go over that in a moment. So here you can see that this was from the push, which is right here. So this file shows here. There are also numbers next to the push and pull feature names. That way there's an indication of which individual feature you should be looking at if necessary. And this shows right here for the pull that it's ready to download. It's something that's been sent to you and it is available. And then down below that, we have the generalized quick settings for the conversation. So if you need to quickly, turn on two-step authentication on the fly, it can be added, and then the next time the person tries to access it, they will have to use two-step authentication. There are also some quick settings that you can add if you need to change the email notifications, and this would really be only if you need to resend a notification or reopen an existing container. Now we'll go kind of to this main container view. As you can see here, we have a feature. This one is a pull specifically, which means that I requested documentation from somebody else, and they responded with a document that I asked for. And it shows that it is available and ready to download. With that being the case, depending on the file type, you can download it. You can download it as a PDF, or you can preview it, especially if it's a photo or a PDF file, it can be previewed. Then we'll go down to the push file, which in this case was I was sending the recipient some documentation. It indicates what files I sent. as well as how many times that it was downloaded and how many remaining downloads the individual has. You can also send messages back and forth between yourself and the recipient. As you can see here, I sent this message saying that you can send your recipient's messages directly from this conversations dashboard. And as the recipient, I also sent that they could be sent to you from your recipients. Um, and then down below that is a simple notification saying that a participant did in fact download the file that I sent. So it's a nice indication. If you have something that you want to make sure is downloaded, this will show you that in this case it has. And I downloaded it one single time, as you can see over here, so I was given a single notification showing that a participant downloaded that file. Now down here we have the message box where you can type in a message, as I set up here, where you can send messages. This is also where you create your features, whether it's a poll feature, you can add the subject line. That way somebody knows what to send. If there's any sort of specific information that you need, this is a good place to put it. And then there's also the ability for the push, which you can also add a subject line and then add your files by either dragging and dropping or clicking inside the box in order to open up your browser. From here, you will also create your Adobe Sign or DocuSign features if you have those services attached to your BotDoc account. And those can be added very easily. It's a simple single sign-on, and you are then authorized to use it as the licensed user of that product. That way, if you need e-signatures or anything like that, it's very easy to take care of everything that you need inside one place. So once again, this was just a simple, broad overview of the generalized features of the Conversations product inside of BotDoc. Moving forward, there will be more videos, more FAQs, more information on singular items, and those will be found in the same place that I mentioned in the beginning, on your P1 dashboard, where the icons are indicating for the videos and for the FAQ down on the bottom right. Thank you so much for listening,